sorry about that, guys. It's 7:27 in the morning, West Coast time. It is the 12th of June, 2026, and I'm still waking up. Spiders, bugwort, roaches, all over this place. So I gotta get this place cleaned up. I was talking about how government has a way of taking away things, but it takes decades to nearly centuries to get things going in our lives, to make our lives better. That would be my dog. Give me a second, I gotta get to her. Damn it, Ma! I'm coming, babe. Hey there. I know. I'm crazy with the vertigo again. Let's eat. Not gonna stress. Oh, I'm not gonna slob it. Yeah, sure. Getting to the point of what's been going on. I was trying to discuss in my last previous videos, the last two of them for this date, about how things affect us, how things are perceived, and what I'm looking at and observing, how my viewpoints, my life is going to be looked at and looked upon, and basically told that you're not worthy, because only us with the ego, the hubris, the moxie, and we think with the religion backing us, that we are more worthy of God and our religious faith into this being called God. That we have done things for Him in His favor, and we are taking care of His creation the only way we know possible. They work for us. Human history is full of this. Different time periods, different kingdoms, different lands, doesn't matter what it was. They claim religion. They claim it's backed up. They claim they're holy. And the most holy. I suppose I could throw this one over to a few people I know of a faith, that maybe they're not so much holy as the rest of us, with our gilded metals, to show the shininess as it's refined, as it glints to the stars in the skyline, that we are worthy because our ego demands it. We must take from others because the most holy, the creator of the universe, demands such blood, demands such material, demands from us poor people. We are so poor that we have to take from others to increase our poverty, and who cares about their poverty? Human history. We fight over two things. We fight over our egos, which seems to be the universal constant concerning about life forms, and what limited resources that the universe provides. Seemingly unlimited? No. Only if you were doing a computer simulation could you tell a person that, yes, you'll get enough resources, but there's always a catch in the universe, isn't there? Different systems that we have, different systems we can create, different systems we dream up, are always dependent upon limited resources. If I want to look at it in the cosmological point of view, guys, our universe is either trying to recreate itself, either trying to recycle itself, or just die out, period. Recycle itself because it's trying to renew, revigorate in one way or another, but reformulating of what was from into something new, but it's still limited. And not to mention that we have these lovely cosmic vacuum cleaners called black holes. And of course, astronomers will argue about this one. Astrophysicists will argue about this. Cosmologists will argue about this one. But to me, they are gravitational hoovers, vacuum cleaners. Are they going to be sucking it out, replacing things in the other universe? Are they just disintegrating and that's about it? They keep saying in our mathematical computations that energy is not destroyed. It is merely changed in a format. Okay, so my question is, where the hell does the rest of the garbage go? After you reformulate it and do whatever you got to do, what else is going on? You tell me, we'll both know. Because quite frankly, we haven't visited a black hole. We don't have a black hole nearby to visit. And if we did, we can never escape the event horizon. We don't have the massive universal power to do so. Once it's got your ass, you're dead. You're gone. You're torn apart into itty-bitty pieces. So small that even the quantum field will be torn apart. Gravity being that intense. Might as well sign the death warrant. Might as well put up your will, last testament. Unless, of course, you're going to have your life disintegrated right there. But in our little planet, in our little nature of the universe here, it's limited resources. We're digging shit out that's already been processed millions of years ago, or billions of years ago, however you're going to be digging and looking for things. Natural gas is death and decay. Uranium is already a radioactive material that has already been formulated into our planet. Radiation from other places. A sun. A collection of gas, been there for billions and billions of years before it dies out of its own resources inside, and either it'll blow itself up in a supernova, or maybe if we're lucky enough, it gets a smaller black hole and sucks us all into oblivion. Of course, we don't know when that's going to happen. We don't know if the sun's going to start exhibiting behaviors that'll tell us whether or not we're going to be dead or not. We have to be depending upon cosmology to teach us these things by saying other places, die. Meanwhile, we do our resource wars and we do our battling of egos, of territory, of rules and regulations, of gods and goddesses, what our faith says and what our faith doesn't say, and what somebody else is telling us what our faith should be and should not be. We're stuck on this dirt ball, you sons of bitches. You sons and daughters and everything else in between. We're here. And we can't seem to get along, but we want more babies. We need to have more babies. Don't care about how to keep your babies alive. We just want more babies. We want the idea of nobody but just more. Oh God, who are these things coming out? These are our kids. No, they're not. These are not our ideal babies. Get rid of them. Oh, you want abortion? No, after they're born, just toss them in the garbage can or toss them to other creatures that might be able to take care of them. You just exterminated all the creatures on the planet. Well, you're still alive. You take care of all of them. What, the billions of babies that you hate? Yes, because they're not me. It doesn't matter how I look at it. It doesn't matter how I look at humanity at this point, or lack of humanity, if there is such a thing called. I'm still seeing my planet falling to pieces. I see a planetary engine recycling, trying to reformulate, put up anew. The weather system so far out funky that we screwed it up, that we're roasting ourselves or freezing our asses off. We're changing the landscape left and right. But if the planet really hated our ass, it would have been blowing chunks up from the mantle into the sky to screw up the damn atmosphere so badly that nobody could live in it again. And it would take another billions of years for life to reformulate itself. Then maybe during that time we'll have the sun blow up and we won't have to worry about it. But for right now, we got to worry about human conditions screwing people over left and right because they want. I just keep wondering how many societies have gone through this shit in the universe's lifespan. In the early years of the universe, did we actually have any arrogant assholes out there? Depending upon their own arrogance and greed and avarice? Did they have to learn things the hard way before they got to the point of either blowing themselves up or killing everybody else in the process? Or actually, God forbid, cooperate with each other? Did they actually know the Father Creator or know anything about Him? Because sure as hell we don't know anything about Him, that's for damn sure. We can throw in all the text in front of our faces. But until we know that cosmic force, we're dead, dumb, and blind as death. We're worse than the three monkeys. We're the fourth and fifth. Because the first one is see no evil. The second one is hear no evil. The other one is speak no evil. The other one's so damn blind and deaf, the fourth one, with the technology and everything else we put in front of him, he's oblivious to everything. He can't hear you. He can't see you. He can't even feel you. Can't even see anything except to a damn box. You know what the fourth one was? He's a ghost. He can't interact with anything living. Only the dead. That's the fifth monkey. Of course, we only matter about the three monkeys, right? Because right now we're not the fourth monkey dealing with electronics, as we're not looking into our boxes of whatever they call themselves these days, providing us with audio, visual, no physical, just the audio, visual brainwashing. I got a Speaker of the House, United States government, in the Trump regime, the second term. He's taken away my Medicare, my Medicaid. He's taken away my Social Security. I'm disabled. He's increasing people's, or forcing people, to retire later in life beyond their own expectations of living and ability to work. He wants slavery, but he's not saying it. He's saying God would appreciate slavery, wants slavery. If this guy was so damn godly, maybe he forgot about Exodus. No, he's just brain dead, that's all. He is. And so is the regime that we voted in November 2024. We knew this shit was happening. We're the recipients. Deal with it, guys. That being said,